Stop, stop, stop boring your readers. Just vary your sentences. Hello there, how are you? I'm Janeva Hilo. Today we are going to learn about the structure of an academic sentences. In this video, I'm going to give you some good tips about how you can vary your sentence structure and stop boring your readers. So let's get started. First, we are going to see what makes a good sentence. So we're going to see 6 basic requirements of a sentence in academic setting. Let's see them one by one. A good sentence expresses a complete thought and can clearly communicate an idea. However, there are a variety of other components or requirements that contribute to a good sentence construction in English. Let's see them one by one. First comes a sentence must start with a capital letter. Every sentence. Look at the example. Second, a sentence must end with a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. A sentence could not end with a comma. That's it. We have to use these 3 based on the sentence type. As you can see here, we have declarative sentence. That's why we put a full stop or a period here. Third comes a sentence must have a subject, and that subject is used only once if it is a longer text, maybe a paragraph or an essay. Look at the example. Haile Gebrselassie won 26 gold medals. If I continue with another sentence with the same subject, I'm not going to repeat it. I use a pronoun instead. That's why I want to see. Anyways, any sentence must have a subject, whether it is a noun or a pronoun. Fourth, the sentence must have a verb or a verb phrase. Look at the example. We have a verb won here, and then comes fifth. A sentence must conform to the CVO word order, that is subject plus verb plus object. Sometimes we can invert the word order for questions or for emphasis unless it uses CVO. As you can see here, Haile Gebrselassie is a subject, the verb is won, and the object is 26 gold medals. Number 6, a sentence must express a complete idea that can stand on its own, and we call this main or independent clause. As you can see from the example, this is how it can be done. Now let's come to the second section of this lesson, how to create sentence variety. How do you vary your sentence structure and stop boring your readers? Let's see them. First, let us define what a sentence structure and then a varied sentence structure. Sentence structure refers to the way a writer constructs a sentence. When you say varying sentence structure, it means the use of various types of sentence in our paragraph or essays. Consider that in your campus you are provided with one type of food day in, day out. You are not going to sustain. Within a single day you are going to get bored. That is how the same thing happens when you write sentence in academic writing. So that's why you need to vary so that your readers can be interested. So what I mean is here, varied sentence structure can give the reader the right perception, or they can create interesting thoughts and ideas. And the vice versa, repeated sentence structure can make your writing monotonous, confusing, even just plain boring. So let me ask you a question. Why is it important to vary your sentence structure? Just give me a hint. In writing, you are required to keep the interest of your readers. Repetition of short or simple sentence pattern would become boring to the reader, whether it is your friends or your instructor. It's going to be boring, and do not express again relationship that exists among your ideas in your written material. So let me give you 2 strategies that will help you to vary your sentence structure. These 2 best strategies are varying the length of your sentences and again using different types of sentences. Let's see them one by one. First, using a variety of sentence lengths. Several sentences of the same length can make for bland writing or boring writing. That's why using a variety of sentence lengths helps us to make our text or writing material very interesting. Usually, simple sentences are easier to write and read. However, complex sentences are also needed in academic writing, as I've told you last time. So the rule of thumb here is long sentence work well for incorporating a lot of information, and short sentence can often maximize crucial pointers. Thus, alternating between languages allows you to use sentences strategically, emphasizing important pointers through short sentences, and then telling your details or stories with the longer ones. That's how you can achieve what I've said. Second strategy, using a mix of sentence types. Overusing one type of sentence in your writing becomes dull or boring to the readers because it hinders your readers' engagement with the text, as I've said it. So using a mix of sentence types makes your text more inviting and engaging. So what you need to do is always use combination of all sentence type to convey your meanings. You need to be like a chemist. How you can choose the right sentence type? It's a little bit sometimes difficult. So choosing what types of sentence to use in a paragraph or in your essay writing can be challenging for several reasons. As a writer, you have to consider the following question before you select your questions. First, are my ideas simple or complex? Second, do my ideas require shorter statements or longer explanations? Third question you need to ask yourself, how do I express my ideas clearly? Once you have secured these questions, you can easily choose the right sentence type for your material, or it can be paragraph or essay. Here I'm going to give you general guidelines for choosing sentence types. So these 6 guidelines I'm going to talk here will help you to decide which sentence type to use and when. So let's start them one by one. First, effective communication requires not only that you write complex sentences, but also that you write sentences that say exactly what you mean. That means first, every sentence should provide clear and complete information. Second, most effective sentences are concise, conveying their meaning in as few words as possible. Writing too much doesn't mean you are good. Writing your ideas with good economical words is what we call great writers. We call them great writers. So don't be wordy. Just try to use few words in your writing. Third, effective sentence straight the main point or the most important detail. And that is, in most cases, the main point is located in the main clause to make it easier to find. So you put the less important area in the dependent clauses. The independent clause always holds the main point. Fourth, your choices of sentence depends on your audience. Let me give you an example. You would use simple sentences and short words if your readers were children. However, if your audience is an engineers or academicians, you'd call for more technical language and longer sentences. Fifth, always consider your purpose for writing before you select the sentence type. What's your purpose? Is your purpose to write an argumentative writing? Is it expository writing, essay? Is it a narrative paragraph or essay? Just try to sort out your purpose. That will help you. So the rule of thumb here is, because each type of sentence can serve various functions, the writer should use the type of sentence that best communicates the purpose of his or her idea. So follow these steps to help you that. Choose the sentence type that will most clearly and accurately convey the logic of your idea. Consider the amount of information your readers need, and consider the links the readers need to process the information. Once you choose your audience or understand your audience, this would be easy for you, as I've said earlier. Then vary your sentence structure to pace your readers throughout your text. That's too much important. Tip number 6, the rhythm and pacing of your writing is determined by your sentences. So make sure that you have chosen the right sentence for your ideas. So let's come to the conclusion before I give you an example. In conclusion, using a variety of sentences in your writing will add interest and help you get your ideas across effectively. And again, to communicate clearly, it is very important to know the function of each type of sentence so you can make the right choice depending on your purpose. Broadly speaking, your writing will benefit from a clear understanding and the correct usage of all the 4 functional types of sentences. In addition, try to vary your sentence structure between simple, complex, and the complex sentence construction. Because too many simple sentences may lose your reader's interest. If you are not sure of these sentence types, I have done a video on these pointers. Go back and see my previous videos over this sentence type because it's too much important to vary your sentence. Now let me give you an example. Let me give you 2 paragraphs with these sentence categories, and let us see how it can help us to do that. First example I'm going to give you is functional sentence types. Let me read the paragraph for you. I will show you how to make a snowflake. Paper snowflakes are easy to make and they can even get addictive once you learn the techniques. The steps outlined below will help you get started. You see, all the 3 of these sentences are declarative. So this piece of writing started already feeling or sounding boring and flat. So let's do some massage over this paragraph to revise it and to make it better. Let me give you how it can be revised. Are you ready to learn how to make snowflakes? Paper snowflakes are easy to make, but be careful. They can get addictive once you learn the basic techniques. Follow the steps below to get started. Have you seen how I've used all the different types of sentences here? The first sentence is interrogative sentence. Then I followed with exclamatory sentence. Then I followed with declarative sentence. And finally, I used imperative sentence. Have you seen how it sounds good and effective? Let me give you another example. So understanding sentence type will help writers note areas that should be varied through the use of clauses, conjunctions, and the subordinators. So writing that contains mostly short, simple sentence can be uninteresting or even irritating to read. Writing that consists of mostly long, complex sentences is usually even difficult to read, as I've said earlier. So good writers use variety of sentence types. Let me give you how structural sentence can be used in different ways. Just try to compare the following 2 paragraphs and then you are going to feel the difference by yourself. The first, here is the paragraph. It has unclear relationship because it's not varied. We planned a picnic. It rained. We had brought a lot of food. We have to make other arrangements. The food will be spoiled. Went to the football field in the park. It was full of water. We all went home. Short, simple pattern, which is too much boring. However, we can manipulate and revise this paragraph in this way so that it can show clear relationship as well as good chemistry. We planned a picnic, but it rained. We had brought a lot of food, so we had to make other arrangements unless the food would be spoiled. We went to the football field in the park, but it was full of water, thus we all went home. You see how different structural sentences are used in this paragraph and to make it more powerful and clear to your readers. So this is how it can be done. I hope you have learned something from this lesson. Lastly, one thing is left, and that is practice. Practicing will make you perfect in varying your sentence structure. So this will take us to the end of our today's session. Until I meet you next Friday, bye for now. But before that, thank you very much. And if you have any kind of questions, don't forget to write it down, your comments under my comment section. So until I see you next Friday, bye for now, guys. Bye bye.